welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, welcome. But I also don't know what brought you here, but I love that for you, I love that for me,
and I love that for us.
Period.
I talked to Noni last night and she said she thinks this was the best episode of the season.
Yeah?
She was like, things got juicy.
I feel like Snog, Marry, Pie always be doing that. It has the power.
We all go into it like stir the pot.
Yeah.
And your pot is stirred and you're
then
like,
you're
fuck off.
God damn, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Okay, so somebody said, you know, that's great follow-up question. Somebody said, what was Justine really sick in this episode?
Give my girl a second. Look away.
You guys, yeah. So Jack and I didn't play this because I was down bad. So that morning I woke up with a really bad sore throat and like a fever. I was like in bed most of the day.
She was sad.
Yeah.
And she felt bad about Jack because Jack really wanted to play him.
Yeah, I was so devastated for him. But
what
yeah,
did fight Johnny?
Every time we took breaks between each like set, each like person that went, I would just be sat there like freezing and like just like crouched over. Everyone was like, oh, you didn't look sick, but I was like, yeah, every time you would like come back on and the cameras were on, I had to like be on, you know? But I really felt bad that Jack couldn't play. I was like, talking to producer, I was like, well, why can't I just host a Jack Plays? And he was like, no, it's okay, like you'd have to like do it as a couple or whatever. So it was fun though, I liked being host, so I liked to.
You killed it.
I just love watching.
Love Island USA, Peacock, she loves being host.
What was Jay thinking when Al chose Cely? The relief, oh my God. I was so happy because like, I didn't know because I was like, okay, Liberty stood up there. He could be like, let me pick someone from the UK. I don't know what their relationship is. Maybe Lisa, but I was like, please, for the love of God. Like, I just kept looking at him like, trying to tell him with my eyes. I was like, please, God. How did you feel when
I did not think he was picking me.
Really?
So in that moment, I actually love that we get to talk about this. When Toby got picked, like, I was like, thank God. Because I was like, I put us in the bottom.
Yeah, you felt bad.
And at that point, I was like, I'm so happy Toby gets to stay. And I was like, I'm going home. Like, I fully accepted my fate. And I think that's why we were all so giggly in that moment, because we were like, not us both saved. Like, what? What God is like, Love Island gods.
Love Island gods.
I wasn't expecting it to go that way. I did not think that AL was gonna pick me.
Really? Because I was sat there and Jack is friends with AL. So Jack was like, I think he's gonna pick Cely. I was like, you think? Like, why do you think that? He's like, I just know him. I feel like she's more his type. And I was like, I was like, please God. I said, please let this be true. But yeah, so I was so happy. I was so happy.
Me too.
What do you think about Ray kissing Cely?
I'm sorry, Twitter is so unserious. Everyone's like, that kiss between Ray and Cely. Listen, we went into Snog, Marry, Pie just like, light this bitch up.
Yeah, everybody.
And then the bitch got lighted up and we were like, what the fuck?
The bitch got lighted up.
I was there for the chaos. You know that like Elmo meme on the when you send a GIF, a GIF, a GIF or a GIF?
I don't know.
But the Elmo meme where he's like the flames, and it was so funny because it was like that's very much what happened, and then all of us were like, "What the fuck? How dare you?" Like,
but could we just say, Ray only did that because
Imani kissed it, y'all.
But their kiss was like in the show, it was like definitely a lot shorter, but their kiss was kind of long too. It was like intense. So then when Ray went, he was like, okay, I'll make my kiss like juicy too, because like we're all here just trying to make good TV.
You went for it. To be fat. I literally was like, hello? All right, I'll allow it. Like,
why did Johnny pie Cely?
Johnny Middlebrooks. Give it up.
Hang it up.
Give it a rest.
Yeah.
Nah, I get it. I can't even say too much. Like, watch out. But to be fair, was I pissed? Yes. But was I more mad that I just took extra time on my makeup that day? Yes. I really thought I was gonna get away with it. I was like, I'm not gonna be pied. Happy days, you know? I didn't pie him. He pied me. Like, that also got me because I was like, I didn't pie you, motherfucker. Like, I could have pied you and I didn't. We
were like, damn, it's a nighttime Snog, Marry, Pie. Like, we get to put all this makeup on, look cute, just to go and do this game. Because ours was like during the day, like we were in our bathing suits,
like you know. They really made us eat that shit up, and I'm like, you know what? Nah, give it a rest.
And it was freezing that night. I literally was like this the whole time. So I was like, the fact that y'all had to like, it was a lot. Did Jack not feel he was missing out? I gotta be honest, Jack handled this so well because like there was a point, I'm not gonna lie, I like cry, and I was like emotional because I'm like, I felt like I was taking away from his Love Island experience that he didn't get to play, and he was like, Justine, I don't care, it's fine. It's fine. But I mean, Jack is the type to like, he loves this kind of stuff. He loves the chaos. He loves to cook shit up.
He's also the Elmo emoji with flames. To be fair, Love Island Games really is just the epitome of putting people who love chaos all together in one room. Like, that's what it is, to be fair. Like, you know? And Jack is like leader of that group.
He really is.
And that's why I think you felt bad. But you shouldn't feel bad. You get to sit it out. And I'm glad you did, because this whole episode is just Elmo in flames.
Do you think it was intentional that Georgia said Kelly, not Cely?
She said yassified gaslighting. I called you Cely. I'm like, okay. We're supposed to be besties, girl. How dare you do this to me? Nothing against Georgia. Don't send her hate, though. We love her. Yeah, we love her.
We do. Is Cely's tiara just to hold her hair out of her face while getting ready?
Yes. Here's the thing. We bring luggages, right? We bring 2. They take a lot out. And at that point, I was like, they took my tiara out. Like, but then I found it buried deep in my things, and I was like, yes!
After a slope would take her out or a wall, she'd come back home, get ready, put the tiara
I'd be like, this is to remind myself that I'm the queen that I am, because I was hanging on by a thread at this point. Like, Love Island Games was really like, there was a conversation Toby and I had where I was like, it just feels like I'm like getting taken out by an ocean wave. Like, and that was my experience up until this point. So the tiara was really just to be like, Cely, hey, hang it up.
Hang it up. Give it a
rest.
Thoughts on Snog, marry, pie choices between Jess and Liberty? This was so interesting to watch. Like, and what I loved about this game was that usually it's like Snog, marry, pie of the opposite sex, right? But I love that this was open to anybody, so that like so you could pie. So I think it was just wild. Like, we all were taken back because those were the only 2 girls who decided to go after each other, whereas the rest of us were like, no, we gonna pie these guys, you know?
I remember like it being mentioned, like, Cely, do you want to pie Georgia for taking your guy? And I was like, no, but I love the girls. Like, why would we pie the girls, you know? We're going for the men.
If we can get away with not ruining our faces, we're
gonna
do that.
Like, that's really what it came down to. It's like, we just want to be bad bitches and stay bad bitches all night.
Yeah.
You know what I will say? I wish that they showed mine and Callum's friendship. Because at this point, like, he married me and I pied him because we were like this. Like, we were besties in there.
I feel like Callum was just the most loved in that whole, like,
and everybody pied him.
Everybody knew he just wouldn't take it any kind of way. He's just such a sweetheart. And also with Jess and Liberty, even after they both pied each other, they felt so bad after.
Yeah, they did. I also have some nerve being like, I pied Callum because we're friends, and then I get mad at Johnny because he pied me. Gemini's through and through. What can I say?
Cely, were you happy to be coupled up with Al or sad that you weren't with Toby?
I think at the time, I was so happy that we were both saved. And like I said, when Georgia said Toby's name, I was like, thank God, because I put us at the bottom, right? And then when they all said my name, I was like, what the fuck? I was not expecting this. And then he was on me, bro, the second he came in. And I thought I made it clear I wanted Toby when I was like, so kiss me, like, we're okay. Like, I've been moving a certain way because of my experience with Johnny. I'm traumatized, help me out here. Like, you know, and that's how I was moving. But at that point, I was very much like Toby. And I think when Ayal came in and I think me and Toby just were both like, hands up, like, what the fuck is going on here? And so it's a little hard to watch, I'm not gonna lie, because I didn't know how Toby was feeling in there. And watching it back, I'm like, fucking hell, like, I had no idea that you were feeling this way. Because the conversation y'all saw with me and Toby, sat on the couch, like, up at, I think it was like Spill the Tea. That was the only conversation we had. And that was me being like, no, I still wanna chat to you. And then even when he hugs me, it's like so awkward, because I think he wanted to kiss me, but I'm like, if you're gonna kiss me, like, do it with your chest, you know? Like, and it's so hard to watch back because I'm like, fuck, I feel like we both just look like we're putting our hands up when it's like not how we were both feeling.
It just came down to like who's gonna
and he all
put in more
effort. What made the best man win, right? My mommy said natural selection. And that's really what it was. And Ayal was giving, like Ayal was laying it on, and I was like, I love this. Like, I want to feel wanted, you know?
You know, we'll have to see what happens with that. Don't want to give away too much. Okay, somebody said, what has been your favorite moment with Jack so far?
I'm here for the Jack, the J&J squared.
I feel like it's actually something that I wouldn't air because it's during lunch and they don't film us during like food and stuff. So we had this conversation one day, we're just like getting to know each other, and I found out he has a peanut allergy, which I also have a nut allergy, and I'm also allergic to like legumes and stuff. So I was telling him how
not the match made in heaven.
I was allergic to like chicken. Yeah, it's so funny because
my thing is always Justine is a tank, Jack is a tank, but one tiny peanut will take you out. Grow up.
Not grow up, that's crazy. So they actually ended up taking away a lot of the girls' hair products too because they had like almond oil or something in it, so the girls were struggling. So then every time they would talk about it, they'd be like, so which one of you in this villa has the nut allergy that took all of our hair products? And at first, this was before I knew Jack had one too. I was like, shoot, this is my fault, I'm so sorry. Then I'm sat there one day getting to know Jack and I find out he had the same allergy. And I was like, so it's you. It's you! Literally right after that conversation, I think like a day or two later, we were having lunch. And remember we were sitting at the table and he was like, he comes running, he's like, Justine! Oh, Justine! He's like, did you eat the salad? I was like, no, not yet, why? But I have it. He said, no. He's like, no. He's like, there's chickpeas in it. And I was like, what? Because usually they'll like list what's on the, like what's in the food and stuff, but I guess they didn't that day and I almost ate it. But he like came running and I was like, oh.
He said, I will protect her.
Oh. Were Cely and Johnny not as cool at this point as they are now post-show?
We're cool. Like,
yeah,
we're doing our best as exes, to be fair. Like, you know, and that's why, like, looking back at it, I'm like, yeah, I'm pissed that he pied me because at that point, I'm like, we're cool. Why would you do that? I didn't pie you. But we're just both doing our best. That's really what it comes down to. And it's hard. It's fucking hard. So, you know, yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, agreed. And then somebody wanted to know what mine and Jack's Snog, Marry, Pie options would have been. I don't know what Jack's would have been. I would have kissed Jack.
Please speak into the microphone.
I would have kissed Jack. Probably married Ray, and then probably pied Johnny. But yeah, that's all of them.
She's about to get crazy.
Yeah.
I'm scared, to be fair. Like, you
no
okay? My
guys, I'm like, do y'all need these? Because sometimes we're scared. Like, I need to tap out because I'm scared of what's coming, bro. Like,
here's the one thing. We're all doing our best. As humans, as being a product of our upbringing and our environments, we're just doing our best.
But with that being said,
stay super freaky. Have good vagina.
I love you. That's my voice so deep. I love you.
I love that low octave.